Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all good. In today's video we have December 14th of the Charlie's Nala advent calendar, and just a little heads up, this design isn't a Christmassy one, so if you are already bored of the Christmas designs then you might enjoy this one. But this particular item I just couldn't think of a way to do in a Christmas design, so I just did a design that I enjoyed doing. So I hope you all enjoy watching. But anyway, for today's video we have these beautiful 3D butterfly embellishments, and I thought they were super pretty. Definitely something you'll get more use out of in the summer, which I do find fab about the advent calendar, because not all of the products are totally Christmas related, so you are going to still be able to use them throughout the year. So I wanted to pop this in a slightly wintry design, so I went for a little bit of a winter's butterfly theme. I don't even know if that is a thing, but let me know what you think in the comments below. So I'm going to do a gel polish base to begin with, so I'm coming in with the gorgeous Silver Shrine, which is from Kiki London, and I really love this colour because it's not like a glittery silver. Well, it is, but if you look at it in certain lights, it reflects like a lilac-y pink colour. It's just really, really pretty. So I've popped my first coat of this down, just making sure that's a nice, thin, even coat of colour. And then I'm going to pop this in to cure for 30 seconds. And then because it is a little bit transparent with just the one coat of colour, I am going to come in and do a second coat of colour, just so it's nice and opaque and the colour really pops, because it is the base for our nail art. Now, all of the products that I have used I will leave linked in the description box below, so do check that out. I do have discount codes for both Charlie's Nail Art and Kiki London, so you can save some pennies with those. And each of the items from the Charlie's Nail Art advent calendar are released daily on the website. So these little butterflies are now available to purchase. So I've done my 2 coats of Silver Shrine, and then I'm going to come in with these beautiful butterfly water decals. These are also from Kiki London. So I'm going to apply these using the stamper method, because I do find this the easiest way to apply water decals. So I've left my tacky inhibition layer on the gel polish, so the tacky layer that's left from those colours, I've left them on because I find it easier for applying the water decals, because it gives them something to grab onto. So I popped my water decal down onto the stamper, rubbed it with a little bit of water, and then left that for around 10-20 seconds. And then I've peeled off the backing, and as you can see, you're able to see through your stamper and place your water decal down in place. I do find applying them this way reduces the amount of bubbles and creases in them, so it just makes the application a lot easier. And when it comes to applying your water, you really don't need a lot on your backing paper. All it's doing is releasing the backing paper from the image. So I like to just pop a small amount on a brush and just scrub it in, and then leave it to soak in, like I said, for around 10-20 seconds. Now, I have been really loving doing the single designs for the Charlie's Nail Art advent calendar, but I do have a couple of videos coming up where I'm going to do some full hand designs. So I have one coming up where I'm going to be doing my own nails, and then I've got another couple of sets where I do the full set. So if you are getting a little bit bored of the single design videos, I will have them coming up soon. It just will mean that on certain days I'll have 2 video uploads instead of 1. So I placed both of those butterflies down. I wanted one up in the cuticle area and one on the very tip. And I'm then going to come over these with the no wipe rubber top coat. So I placed the butterflies down where I placed them because I wanted to make that 3D embellishment in the center of the nail. So that's why I made sure to think about where I was placing those water decals, because I don't want them to end up covered by either my butterfly or the crystals that I'm going to place down on the nail. Now, I was going to just set the butterfly down in the no wipe rubber top coat, but I didn't feel as though it would be thick enough to hold the butterfly in place. So I have left that rubber top coat wet. I've not popped it into cure yet, because I am still going to basically be using that for my crystals. But for that main embellishment, I'm going to pop down a ball of jewelry gel. So jewelry gel is very similar to a regular gel, but it's a lot thicker. It works the same, as in it's not going to cure until you pop it into an LED or UV light. So you are able to move your crystals around in it as much as you need to before curing. I find it a little bit thick now to apply my crystals with. I'm happy applying them with just my rubber top coat, but it does come really in handy for any larger crystals or larger embellishments like the butterfly, just because it's going to sink around them, hold it in place, and you know that it's going to securely attach that to the nail and last for however long you're wearing the set of nails. So I've popped that down and I still haven't popped anything into cure yet. So I'm going to start applying my crystals around the butterfly and going down the nail. So I'm setting these down into that Kiki London No Wipe rubber top coat. Now, apart from the crystal application, I did leave all of this video in real time, but I decided to speed up the crystal application because I am so slow at it, and I just felt as though it was pretty boring to watch when I was doing the voiceover. So I did decide just to speed this bit up because all I'm simply doing is sorting through my crystals, finding the sizes that I want to use and placing them down into that wet top coat. I kind of just wanted to keep this nice and simple and have just little crystal trails coming off each end of the butterflies. I didn't want those trails to be super straight, so that's why I've come in with like different size crystals, and I'm sort of, rather than placing them down straight, I'm going off a little bit wonky, just because it kind of makes the crystals look a little bit more bulky on the nail and fills up a little bit more of the space on the nail. Once I was happy with how the crystals were placed, I'm going to come in around them with some caviar beads. And I'm picking these up exactly the same as I did the crystals. They can be a little bit fiddly. And if you do find them fiddly, a little tip I found is to pop a little bit of top coat on the end of whatever you're picking them up with. And then they stick to that a little bit better. But I found as though they were sticking easy enough to either end of my dotting tool. They stick a little bit better to that waxy end. So I usually just pick them up using the waxy end, get them down into the top coat, and then I just start nudging them around until I'm happy with them. I do really love adding in the caviar beads because I feel as though they bulk out the crystal design a little bit, but they just give it that more of a jewelry effect around your crystals. And it's just, I don't know, I just think they look a little bit pretty. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you prefer your crystals with caviar beads or without? For a long time I never used them, but I've started using them again more recently, and I do just quite like how they look amongst the crystals. Anyway, once I was happy with how the crystals were all placed, I popped that now into cure for 60 seconds. That then cured my butterfly, those crystals and caviar beads into place. And then I decided I wanted the base of this now to be matte. I do love crystals over a matte surface, and I haven't done it recently. I don't think I've done any or many matte designs in the advent calendar videos, so I thought I would do this one matte. So I'm coming around with my Kiki London No Wipe matte top coat, and I'm just applying this to the entire nail. I'm getting as close as I can to those crystals and going around the edges of them, but I don't want to take any of the matte top coat over the top of the crystals or the caviar beads because it will dull their shine. But going close up to the crystals and going right around them does give them an extra layer of security when it comes to sealing them in. So you could also do this step with your glossy top coat if you wanted to as well, just to make sure your crystals are really well stuck down. I then popped that top coat into cure for 60 seconds, and this, guys, was the finished result. I thought it looked really pretty, and the crystals and the fact that the butterflies were blue did still give it a bit of a wintry vibe. But I do hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, then please do give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you did. I shall see you all again in tomorrow's video. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.